Let us start today's session. In session will be about this. These are the objectives for the today's session. We will be learning about a variable concept, how to declare a variable, defining. We are going to just learn different data types available in VB, and we'll also learn about the scope of a variable. That means to what extent a variable can be used in a program, and different types of operators in VB. These are the objectives of today's in the session. At the end of the session, the students will be learning about would have learnt about how to declare a variable, what are the different data types available in VB, what is the scope of a variable in VB, and what are the different types of operators available in the VB. So all the students will have a fair idea about the concept about the data types. I need not have to explain in detail the basics about the data types. So a data type is formally defined as what kind of data that you are going to store inside the variable, and you're just informing the compiler, for example the VB compiler, that what kind of data that that the programmer intends to store inside a variable. Okay. Data type defines the different types of operations that can be performed on the data. Suppose if the type of data is a numeric, an integer type of data, then we will be performing the arithmetical operations on the numeric type of data. Suppose if the data is a string, the collection of alphabets, then we cannot perform the arithmetic or the mathematical operations on it. We can just do concatenation of the string, substringing, and whatever the other basic operations on the strings that you can perform on the strings you can perform. So the concept of data type is informing the compiler that what are the different operations that you can perform on the data. So now let us see in VB what are the different basic fundamental data types available in VB. There are 7 data types. The first one is the numeric type. The second one is string, boolean, date data type, object data type, variant, and byte. So these are the 7 basic fundamental data types available in VB. So now let us first look into the numeric data types. Numeric data are the data that consists of only the numbers. Okay, so the numbers from 0 to 9, which can be calculated mathematically. Okay, there are 7 numeric data types available here. So let us see each one of them along with the size that it stores. The first one is the byte numeric data type, and the size of it is 1 byte, that is 8 bits. The second one is the integer. It can store 2 bytes, up to 2 bytes. Then long, 4 bytes. Single, same 4 bytes. Double, 8 bytes. Currency, 8 bytes. Decimal, 12 bytes. So these are the different ranges that you can have, range of storages that you can have for the numeric data types in VB. Okay. The next one is the string data type. So in a string data type, you can store the text, the collection of text within the double quotation you can store. So anything which is stored inside a double quotation can be considered as a string data type. You can see an example here given on the screen. You can declare a string data type as dim for dimension. Std name is the name of the string data type as string. This is the syntax that you need to write in VB to declare any variable. Okay, so now for std name you are assigning the string value as visual programming. And in the next line you have just put 2 double quotations. That means there is nothing in the double quotations. That means no value will be stored in the student name. So any string value, when you are assigning to a string variable, make sure that you are giving it inside the double quotes. So now let's see more about the string data type. Any string data type can be a fixed length or it can be a variable length. Okay, so as you know, as the name says, fixed length means the size will be fixed So to what extent the size is fixed? So fixed length string can store approximately a maximum limit is 65,400 characters. That is the maximum limit you can have for in a fixed length string. That means you can define fixed length means I want to store only 50 characters, I want to store only 100 characters, or I want to store only 10 characters. So you can fix the length of, the size of the text you can fix to a fixed length string. So for example, here you are saying dim student name as string and you are fixing it as 50. That means you can store a maximum of up to 50 characters in the student name. The name can be of size maximum 50. So now another one is variable length string. So as the name says, it is variable and there is no fixed size to it. It can shrink or expand to a maximum limit of 2 GB size. That is a huge, in fact a huge space. Okay. So this can be declared as anything which is declared without mentioning the size will be treated as a variable length string. Okay. So now let's see one more type of data, that is the Boolean data type. So you all have heard about the word Boolean. Boolean means either true or false, that is 1 or 0. Okay. So that means you can store only true or false value in that. Any non-zero value is considered as true and any zero value is considered as false. Okay. Boolean variables are combined, it can be combined with logical operators also, that is and. You all know logical operators and, are, not, exclusive are used in which can be used in for example in the VB testing condition, the if conditions. So any variable you want to declare it as Boolean, you can use it as the data type as Boolean. So here in the example on the screen you are seeing you are declaring a Boolean type as flag. The name of the variable as Boolean variable as flag. Okay. So in this it's you can store either a false or a true value. Now let's see what is a date data type. You have a data type. You have a data type for date also in VB. In C and C++ we did not, I think you have not learned any data type as date, but here in VB you also have a data type for storing the date and time. Date data type can be used to store both date and time values. It occupies 8 bytes of memory and that means the size it takes is 8 bytes. VB stores date and time values internally as double precision numbers. Okay. The integer part represents the date and the fractional part represents the time. Okay. So this is the example what you are seeing on the screen. So you are declaring a variable as variable name as pay date as date. So you are assigning some date to it, that is 02/11/2014 and the time is some 12:15:5. So this entire data takes 8 bytes of size and it is stored in the variable name pay date which has been declared as date. So it is very simple to declare to assign a date and time value to a variable, okay, which will be definitely treated as a date and time. Now let's see what is an object data type. An object data type, it is a special type of data which holds the reference of objects, such as you have learned so many controls in VB. Okay, for example, the dialog boxes, the input box, output box, the controls, the command buttons, the text boxes, so many controls you have learnt in VB. So you can have a reference for these controls as objects. So such things can be declared as object data type, and the amount of space it occupies is 4 bytes. So for example, let's see how to learn how to declare an object data type. Here you are declaring two objects as B1 and the object type is command button, and one more object you are declaring it as B2 and its object type as also command button. So in this line you have declared two reference to two controls, command button controls, that is B1 and B2. So This is how it has been done, and the captions what you are you have assigned to these command buttons, command 1 and command 2, are hello and world. And you can also mention what type of font you want for it, so that you are mentioning it as font bold. Okay, so this is how you can define the command buttons object data types. Okay, so as you can see on the screen here, command 1 and command 2 you just declared, and you gave the command 1 as hello, command 2 as world, and command 1 you just declared it, you made it as bold. You can see here font you have made it as bold, B1 you have made it as bold, so that is why the text hello is coming as bold on the command control, and this has been referred by using the object type B1. So now let us see what is a variant data type. Okay, variant data type is most flexible data type. It can store all or any type of data. It is the default data type, and the memory it occupies is 16 bytes of memory. Variant variables can be used in both string and numeric calculations, where VB automatically performs necessary type conversions. So as the name says, variant means the data type can take any type of data. It can be an integer type also, or it can be a string type also, or it can be any type of value, any type of data. So this variant data types are declared. There is need to use or specify the type of data here. So there is no need to mention which type of data it is. Okay, so for example, you are seeing here myval has been declared without mentioning the data type. So this myval variable will be treated as variant data type. That means it can take any type of data. So this is the example what you are seeing. MyVal is being assigned with the value 15, but make sure that this 15 is being given inside the double quotation. So that means it is a string val, though it is a number, because it is put under the double quotation, it is treated as a string value. Again, one more thing is there. Where 10 is assigned, that is again inside double quotation. So when you try to print this myval plus herval, the values 15 and 10 won't be added as 25. Instead, both of them will be concatenated as 15, 10. So they both will be treated as a string type of data. So now again in the next line you are seeing myval has been assigned with the value 10. So because 10 is not given inside the double quotation, it will be definitely treated as an integer numeric type of data. Okay, so depending on how you assign, so the variant type of treat it as either it as a string type or it as a integer type. So there's another type of data which is the byte data type. Let's see what is a byte data type. This byte data type stores an integer type of value, and the value ranges from 0 to 255, and it does not store negative values here. That means the minimum value is 0 and the maximum limit is 255. From the values range from 0 to 255, no value less than 0. So that means no negative values can be stored in the byte data type. So this can be best used for accessing the binary files, images and the sound files. Okay, so this is the example what you are seeing. This is how a byte variable value can be declared using the byte data type. So now let's see. Let us define what is a variable. So this is again a repetition which you have already learnt in your previous programming languages. So formally you can define a variable as these are the placeholders used to store the values during the execution of a program. This you already know. And the rules for naming the variables, this is again a repetition. So there are certain rules which everyone has to follow when you are when you are giving a name to the variable. So a variable name must begin with a letter okay, followed by letters or digits or combination of both. So the first rule says that the variable name should begin with a letter, okay. So you cannot use, the second rule says you cannot use any special characters except for the underscore, and the maximum length of the variable can be 255 characters. It cannot be more than 255 characters, and VB variables are not case sensitive. And the last rule says that, and when you're giving a name to a variable, make sure that you give a meaningful name to the variables. And what are the different ways of declaring a variables? There are various ways of declaring the variables in VB. One is the explicit declaration, the other one is the implicit declaration using option explicit in the statement. So broadly you can say it as you have two types of declarations, explicit declaration and the implicit declaration. Okay, now let's see what are these two. Explicit declaration means a variable has to be declared using the dim statement, okay, and it has to have a variable name, and you also have to mention what type of data it is. So before using a variable, you have to declare the variable, okay. So that is what is explicit declaration. Okay, so here you are seeing an example. A num1 is being declared as an integer variable, welcome is being declared as a string variable, and you are assigning the value 25 to the variable num1, and you are assigning welcome to VB 6.0 text within the double quote, which is a string, to the variable welcome. Okay, so multiple declarations is also possible. Multiple declaration means it can be done in one single line separated by comma. So you're declaring two variables num1 and num2 as integers. So like this you can go on declaring any number of variables in one single line separated by commas. So increments and decrements can be done by, as you have already learned, just by adding +1 or -1, incrementation or decrementation. Okay, so this is what is explicit declaration. That means you have to declare a variable using the dim statement and also mention the variable name and the data type. Now let's see what is an implicit declaration is. Implicit declaration, as the name says, when variables are used without declaring them, that is called as implicit declaration. That means you can as such use any name in the expression in the program, and there is no need to declare them specifically. That is called as the implicit declaration. Okay, so here you are seeing n1 is not declared, but you are assigning the value 50 to it, so that means n1 will be treated as a integer value. Okay, so you can using option explicit in the statement. Option explicit tells the user to use the declared variables compulsorily. That means you have to declare them compulsorily. If the user is not using declared variables or variable name is misspelled, then the compiler will definitely give an error message. Now let's see what is a scope and a lifetime of a variable. A scope or lifetime of a variable is, in a program, to what extent a variable can be used inside a program. That means how far the variable remains alive in the variable. Suppose in a procedure, if you declare a variable x, okay, so the life of that variable is there only inside that procedure. If you come out of it, then that variable doesn't exist in the memory. So to what extent a variable can be used in a program is called as scope and lifetime of a variable. So to how far the variable is visible in the program is called as a scope and lifetime of a variable. Okay, so we can define scope and lifetime of a variable as local variables and global variables. I think the students will already have a fair idea about it. Let us just repeat it. A local variable can be accessed only within the procedure where it is declared. For example, in this procedure, you have a variable a as integer. That means the variable a, in the lifetime of the variable a is within the procedure. Once you come out of this procedure, the variable a no longer exists in the memory. So the local variable a is a local variable here, and its scope is limited only inside the procedure or lifetime of the procedure command 1 _ click. So the global variable is the one, the scope of this is available throughout the program. It is not restricted inside to any procedure or anything. The life of this is available throughout the program, and any global variable can be declared by using the keyword public. So for example, you are seeing, you are declaring a public, the global variable A as public, and the life of this exists throughout the application, throughout the run of the application. Okay. So now let's see what is a static variable. So we know what is a local variable now and what is a global variable. Now let's see what is a static variable and its lifetime. Any static variable, this cannot be reinitialized each time the VB invokes a procedure. Okay, and this retains or preserves the previous value. Okay, so this static variable can be declared using the static keyword. So the meaning of this static variable is, whenever an application runs again, the value will not be reinitialized. It stores suppose if it had the value 5 before, okay, so it stores that value 5, and whatever the addition, incrementation or decrementation you are doing, that will be added or subtracted. So it will not be reinitialized. So let's see, assigning values to the variables. Giving values to the variables. So you are seeing here, there is a variable first num, value 100 is assigned to it, and second num equal to first num minus 99. So this is one other way of assigning the value to the variable. These are simple statements. I think all the students will be aware about it. So now let's see what is a constant. A constant is the value which will not change during the execution of the program. Okay. So constants, as we know, will not change. And the syntax for declaring a constant in a VB is by using the keyword const keyword. Just type the constant name and the value what you want to assign to it. For example, here you are seeing the pi value here. A pi variable is declared as const pi as double, and you are giving the value whatever that pi constant value as, and this cannot be changed throughout the application. Let's see what are the different types of constants available. There are two types of constants. One is the user defined constants and the other one is the system defined constants. Okay, so user defined constants are the ones, just now you saw the example, we declared a variable as pi and we assigned some double precision value to it. So this is what the programmer has declared. Okay, so we also have a system defined constant that is being defined and declared by the VB compiler itself. Okay. So for example, VB empty, VB null equal to 1. All these are VB defined, the compiler defined constants, system defined constants given by the VB compiler itself. So these things cannot be changed by the user or the programmer. So now let's see the different types of operators here in VB. So operator can be any basic arithmetic operation, can be a plus operator which can be used to perform the basic arithmetic operation, or the plus can also be used to perform two-string concatenation. Okay, so these are the different types of operators available in VB. Arithmetic operators, assignment operators, logical or bitwise operators, comparison operators, and concatenation operators. So now let's see each one of them. As we know, the arithmetic operators are the basic fundamental operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus operator, and the power operation. You can see with the table here with a description and an example is given. So this is again a repetition of what you have learnt already in your C++ programming. The concept remains the same. Okay, so the next one is the assignment operator, assigning a value to a variable. We know that the basic assignment operator is an is equal to operator. A single equal to operator is used to assign a value to a variable. And then in the second row you can see plus equal to, third row minus equal to. All these are shorthand assignment operators which we already learnt in the C++ programming. And in the third column you are seeing the examples being given there. Okay, you can just have a look into this table, very basic things. Then the third one is the logical and the or the bitwise operators. So and or not. So these are the basic logical operators: and operation, not operation, or operation. So you all know what is an AND operation does. If the AND operation is applied on two variables, the result will be true only if both A and B are true. Whereas in OR operation, the result will be true if either of A or B is true. So not is the kind of negation. If it is not of false is true, not of true is. Okay, so similarly the exclusive OR operation, so this will return true if any one of the expression 1 and expression 2 evaluates to true. Okay, if false and if true can be used in an expression as to check in an expression whether it is true or false. Next one is the relational or the comparison operators. These are useful to determine whether two defined operators are equal, greater than, or less than. So you can see the table, the less than, greater than or equal to, not equal to. These are the fundamental relational or the comparison operators, which you all have already learned in the previous programming languages. I will not pay much attention to this. Then the concatenation operator, the AND operator, concatenates the two expressions, and the plus can also be used to add two numbers or concatenate two strings. So plus can be used for both addition of two integers, and it can also be used for concatenating two strings. Okay, so now let's answer some few questions with whatever we learned. The first question is the default data type for Visual Basic case. The four options given are integer, boolean, variant, and string. Students, please try to answer this yourself. The second question is, in Visual Basic, a variable name cannot be more than characters, dash characters, 450, 255, 355, and 500. So these are the four options given. Choose the correct one yourself. The third question is, we can preserve the value of a local variable by making the variable as private, public, static, implicit. Choose the correct answer. The fourth one is, dash cannot be declared in a form or class module. Private constants, public constants, static constants, none of this. Question 5. Which statement checks any undeclared variables and reports to the user about the error? Dim, external, looping, iteration. Choose the right answer, students. Thank you for listening.